Halftime Howie here, and we have an amazing show. You remember the famous flight, the miracle on the Hudson, where Sully landed the plane safely on the ocean, hundreds of people, not one fatality. The air traffic controller on that famous flight where they made a movie called Sully about it was Patrick Harton, right here in Long Beach. He's going to tell the story behind the scenes, interviewed by aviation expert Rich Kaplan. Patrick, are you pumped to be on the show and tell the story?
I am.
Richard, how excited are you to talk to Patrick about this amazing story?
I am beyond excited. I can't wait.
Also on the show, for you music lovers, we have a trombone trio. Not one, not two, but three awesome, amazing trombone players. I am the voice of Long Beach. Halftime, Howie. Welcome everyone to another edition of Broadcasting on the Beach with Halftime Howie. And coming up a week from today, there's a great event. It's going to be at the Bridgeview Loft. It's the first annual Beach to Bay annual fundraiser. And Dr. Gruber, one of the finest doctors from Long Beach Medical Center, is here to talk about the event. Welcome, Dr. Gruber.
Well, thank you, Howie. Yes, we are going to have a fundraiser. The whole point is that this barrier island lost its hospital through Sandy, and we've got to get it back. How come? Well, we're isolated. The island only has 3 comings and goings, and when we get shut off, we're completely isolated. We're different than the rest of the island. What happened was, after Sandy, FEMA set up a program to repair, rebuild, and restore that destroyed hospital. It turned out that there was $176 million is the amount of FEMA funds that were allotted. Suddenly, however, South Nassau decided that they were going to, under something called alternative use that money to rebuild at South Nassau and leave Long Beach only with a crippled emergency room. That's just really not acceptable, and furthermore, it's our feeling that this is a violation of the law. We have a case pending in federal court to demand, really, that FEMA restore those funds to our island. What's happened to us since Sandy? Have we lived reasonably well without a hospital? No. We lost half of our primary care physicians are now gone. You can't get a primary care doctor as easily as you used to because we have lost half of the people that were here before. And furthermore, the half that remain are the old-timers, which means they are going to retire and there's going to be nobody to replace them. This is tremendously damaging to our population, which is different than the rest of Nassau County. Population is denser than anywhere else in the county by about 5 times. We have about 20% of elderly, which is much more than the rest of the population in Nassau County. We're not the same. And people who don't drive can't travel back and forth for a hospital. It's a $50 round-trip cab fare to get back and forth. That damages our whole quality of living. We're really are being treated by the federal government as if we're a third world country. That's just not acceptable. Anyway, that's what Beach to Bay is trying to get back. And the fundraiser on Sunday is to help cover some of the expenses that are involved in doing this. Going to court and suing FEMA to try to get those millions of dollars back costs money. Our lawyer is working pro bono for free, but there are fees involved in filing papers and court fees, documents, things like that. We're set up to collect funds as a 501c, which means money that's donated goes as a charitable donation, and that's great. But there's costs associated with that also. There are accounting fees and a whole collection of other things. Everybody at Beach to Bay are volunteers. Nobody gets paid for our time. The money actually flows the other way. That is, we put in money out of our pockets in order to do this. But there's a limit to how much we can do. Most of us are retired, and those funds are essential if we're ever going to get a hospital back to support this island. By the way, the hospital was the largest employer on the Barrier Island. There were 1,200 jobs that disappeared. And that means a hit to our economy. That's why we have closed stores. If you have a hospital, the people from the hospital buy things, go to restaurants, and help our island. All of that has crippled our island in a way that was not intended by the law that set up FEMA to start with. The government has provided the funds. We've got to get them back spent where they should be, on our island, supporting our healthcare system and supporting our community.
We thank you, Dr. Gruber, for sharing, and I know that yourself and Robert Bernardino, and Phyllis Labuddy, and Ed Glister, and Francis McQuaid, and so many others have worked tirelessly to bring the medical facility back to Long Beach where it belongs. And also, I think it's important that people come to the event. It's next Sunday, starting, I think, at noon.
Starting at noon. It's at the Bridgeview. Donation is $95 a person or $180 a couple. There's going to be entertainment. Howie is going to be there, and we're really grateful to Howie, who is a resident of this area and has been helpful to us in lots of ways. There'll be entertainment, there'll be a flamenco dancer, there'll be a comedian,
Singers.
and there'll be Howie.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Dr. Gruber, and I appreciate everyone on the Beach to Bay. They've been tireless, and you know what? It's so essential because we have a beach, which is going to be opening soon. Unfortunately, there's incidents at the beaches and people have to be rushed to the hospital. People are living longer nowadays, and there's like a lot of traffic, especially during the summer, and not having a hospital facility on Long Beach is a terrible thing. So I'm with you 1,000%. FEMA has got to do the right thing, and a hospital must be back in Long Beach where it belongs.
Thank you, Howie. You know, we had a hospital here since 1922. And the state of New York, in a thing called the Berger Report, said that there must be a hospital on this island because of its isolation. All of that apparently has been ignored.
All right, Dr. Gruber, thank you so much for sharing. Let's have a round of applause for Dr. Gruber. And next Sunday noon at the Bridgeview, come and support a great cause, Beach to Bay. Next Sunday noon at the Bridgeview. Thank you.